Time now is 6:43. The U.S. military has announced a new set of self-defense strikes in Iran. That's according to U.S. Central Command. So let's go live to Scripps News Group congressional correspondent Nate Reed. And Nate, will these new strikes impact President Donald Trump's attempts to reach a deal with Iran?
Tony, I really wish I had an answer for you, a definitive answer for you. It's still not clear at this point. Iran has said that they will retaliate to those strikes, which, by the way, they called self-defensive in nature, at least U.S. Central Command announcing that just overnight. Questions remain about just whether that peace is still reachable and, furthermore, how broad-reaching that peace could look. The U.S. struck, by the way, missile launch locations along with boats that have the capability to lay mines in the Strait of Hormuz, something that has been a real concern since the beginning of this war. The stopped ship traffic, naval traffic within the Strait of Hormuz, something that just earlier today, Secretary of State Marco Rubio said it's his top priority to get that reopened as part of any deal to end the ongoing war with Iran. Now, not a whole lot from President Trump this morning. It's not clear if the possibility for a ceasefire could still be days away, especially with this new threat of Iranian retaliation as a result of that strike overnight. But again, major questions remain about just how broad the peace agreement could be and whether it's still possible. Just yesterday, President Trump was floating the possibility of normalized relations between Israel and Iran as part of a prospective peace deal, along with an expansion of the Abraham Accords, those landmark accords from President Trump's first term back in 2020, which normalized relations between Israel and some of its regional partners in the Middle East. Still, it's too early to say, Tony, if these latest strikes could impact that peace process. Certainly, it seems like the government is proceeding as normal, especially with those comments we heard this morning from Secretary of State Marco Rubio, where he said the goal still to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. Not clear if we've strayed from that target.